Hello, my loves. Welcome back for another video. Okay, I know I said this about 2 videos ago about how I was apologetic for taking a little break. Well, here I am again, apologizing yet again, because I needed to take a full reset and just soul cleanse. I don't know what it is about me, but I always think that I've recharged enough until life starts to hit me again. And I'm like, wait, you need a little bit more of a beat. So that's exactly what I did. I was gone for like almost 2 weeks, guys. And I'm really grateful that I took that time off because it allowed me to truly do what I like to call a soul cleanse. Seasonal depression and burnout kind of kicks in for me around this time of year. A lot of people actually experience it mostly in the winter, but for me, it's when winter changes to spring. I start to get very overwhelmed. I start to feel very like uptight and anxious, and the weather getting warmer makes me want to go outside, do a bunch of things that have nothing to do with work, but I know I have so many things that I have to do back at home that creates an anxiety and a weird feeling that doesn't allow me to balance leisure, work, and everything in between. So I had to do this full cleanse, and I'm gonna tell you guys how. This video is all about how to reset yourself so that you can cleanse your mind, body, and soul before you completely lose your shit. If you are anything like me and you wait until the last second to finally just say, okay, I have to take this time and really give myself the self-care that I need, then this video is gonna be for you because I'm gonna tell you guys how to completely do it, start to end, and you're gonna feel a lot more refreshed and better and healthier mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Okay, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and thank you so much, Broom, for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get into today's topic. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, which is Broom. If you are not new to my channel, then you already know that I have dealt with gut issues for some time now, and I'm also on a weight loss journey. I have been losing a lot of weight since September, and I've actually lost over 40 pounds at this point. And as someone who is really conscientious about what I put in my body and what I have been consuming to help and aid my weight loss and my gut health, I make sure that I take things like Broom to keep things moving along as they should. And it's also a great way to curb my cravings and to be able to feel overall better and have a less bloated, uncomfortable stomach feeling. So a little bit about Broom. It's a dietary supplement, and this is actually the premium blend. I actually showed you guys a while back their original blend, and it's strawberry flavor. It tastes so freaking good, guys. Like, I'm obsessed with this, and I love to drink it before I'm about to have a meal. It just prevents bloating. It allows you to enjoy the meal a little bit better, and you don't overeat. So essentially how it works is this dietary supplement will mix in with the partially digested food in your stomach. So the soluble fiber that's actually in Broom will trap sugar, cholesterol, and fat, slowing the absorption into the body. Also, you will have an easier time passing waste through the body, so you have an easier time using the bathroom. You're not on the toilet for long, and it's just a great way to get everything moving properly and to improve your gut health and to make you feel more comfortable in your skin with not being as bloated, not feeling uncomfortable in your clothing, and to help and aid with your cravings and your weight loss. I am someone who actually has to watch my cholesterol, so having this in my life to help me in maintaining healthy cholesterol has been really wonderful, and it's just an additional benefit that comes with all the other things that are great about this. You guys are going to go to colonbroom.org/Hailey and use the code Gamba10 for some money off your Broom today. Thank you so much, Broom, for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back into the rest of today's topic. Okay, the first thing you want to do when you're giving yourself a full soul cleanse and you need to completely get your life in order is to detach from socials. I'm talking completely detach from socials. It is tying you to that overwhelmed, anxious feeling, and you have to let it go. This can be difficult if you work in social media or you need to use your phone for work in any way. If you're someone who has a lot of friends and family that you keep in contact with throughout the day and you're just a very aimless scroller, this is going to be difficult for you. But I really want you to take a step back and figure out how you can balance taking it away, but also still not going completely rogue where people are worried about you. I know for me that if I just tell my friends and family, hey guys, I gotta take a beat, they will respect my space. And I obviously am still posting for work here and there, but I'm trying to really just take a full step back. I am not aimlessly scrolling. I'm waking up in the morning, no phone at night. I'm going to bed a little bit earlier. I'm not really talking talking on the phone all day long or texting people, and I'm trying to find a way to put my phone away so that I can figure out what energetically is going on inside of me so that I can figure it out and work through it. I would try to find ways to limit phone use and replace it with something else, like going for walks. I've been going to the gym quite a bit. If you follow me on Instagram, then you guys know I'm in the gym almost every day. I am hanging out with my dogs. I am just trying to journal and read, anything to replace the mind with something a little bit lighter or something that distracts you from your anxiousness. I know for me, a lot of the things that make me anxious or overwhelmed have to do with work or have to do with things that take a lot of thought. If I remove anything that requires thinking, I'm in a better place, or replace it with something where I can think only about that. Granted, I do find that I don't like to completely get rid of all my responsibilities, but I try to find a way to almost get rid of them as much as I can with my life still performing as it should. Number 2 for having a soul cleanse is to create boundaries with yourself. During this time, it is important that we do a self-audit on the things that are causing us stress, harm, uncomfortability, negative feelings, or whatever. I know for me that I can get very overwhelmed when I am always trying to spread myself too thin for everything and everyone. And I have to create that boundary with myself and with other people that allows me to continually practice the importance of self-care and self-love. So what you have to do is create boundaries with yourself before you create boundaries with other people, because how can you really truly follow that, or how can they honor it if you're not honoring it yourself? So I have certain boundaries that I have implemented in this routine that have allowed me to feel completely cleansed and reset. The first thing that I do that's a huge boundary for me is having a bedtime. I will not go against this at all because I know how important sleep is when you're going through a rough time. If you're going through a rough time, chances of you actually causing this based off of your sleep schedule is pretty high. I know for me that when I don't get enough sleep, I become fidgety, I become anxious, I become angry, I become very just not so great, and I cannot perform well in my life. And as the days go on, you notice yourself depleting more and more. So having a bedtime is a huge boundary I create for myself during this soul cleanse. The second thing I do for this boundary setting system is I create a budget for myself. This is a huge boundary of mine during this time. Spending money can be a little bit of a therapeutic thing for me, but it could also cause me harm later on. So I will find that I like to spend money, and then later I'll be mad that I did it because I'm like, girl, you did not need that. You were just going through it. So I create budgets, very strong budgets through this time. Now, I'm obviously aware that most of you guys have budgets already, but create an even stricter budget that's going to allow you to take a beat from the things that you overspend on, and maybe seeing a little bit more money in your bank account or having more free will actually relieve some of that tension that you have. Limiting alcohol is another boundary. Now, you guys know I'm not really drinking, so this is not something that is a boundary that I'm setting with myself at the moment, but I do think this will help a lot of you guys if you are creating some sort of chaos in your life at the moment. Alcohol will make it worse, so take it out and allow this boundary to continue working for you and not against you. Exercise routine, making sure that you're not watching too much television. These are also huge boundaries that I create for myself. And again, this is a way to stay on schedule, but also to cleanse your soul. When you are actually honoring your own word, you will feel so much better as the days go on. I know for these past 2 weeks, going to the gym every day and making sure that that is a top priority has really helped me get through the day quicker. I actually get ready mentally for that moment hours before I even go, which is a really incredible feeling. And I also want to note that you don't want to always be in a perpetual state of healing, growing, evolving, and being positive. It is okay sometimes to look back and say, I'm not having a good day and I don't want to. I want to just feel this. And I know that that sounds kind of like counterproductive, but I'm telling you, sometimes having that false hope and that fake positivity can cause you to have agita down the line. And I don't want you to do that. So allow yourself to have a bad day and try to heal that part of the day and let your feelings and emotions go through what they need to go through. If you are always trying to fake it till you make it and you are struggling to really see the positivity in all of it, it's probably because you need to just let yourself rest, feel out the emotions. And I think it's really normal to create a safe space for yourself to go through every emotion that you need to go through. This is healthy and this is really important during your soul cleanse. Number 3 is to create create little habits or do little things that will keep positive vibes around you. This is the third step in your soul cleanse. Now that you've allowed yourself to feel the emotions, now that you've created boundaries with yourself, now that you've detached from socials, what can you replace these things with that are going to create a more positive aura and space and energy around you? Last week, I bought myself $60 worth of flowers at Trader Joe's and I filled up my whole house with them. It was so fun. I literally was just cutting the stems and putting them in vases, and this was during Easter week, so I was really getting creative. I put like orange slices in the bowl and I just got really excited. It took me a few hours actually to do a couple of them, and it was a great way for me to reset my brain, to see some beautifulness around my house at the end, and I wasn't thinking about work, I wasn't thinking about texting people, I wasn't thinking about talking to this person or that person, and I was allowing myself to just be surrounded with positivity. Anything that you guys can do habit-wise or to just have around you is really important during this time, because you want to keep the idea of hope and happiness around you at all times, even if you're not hopeful and happy at the moment. I also love the idea of making sure that I have scents and things like that around the house, so candles burning and perfume. When I am just kind of waking up in the morning, I'll spritz myself. I don't need to actually go anywhere to wear it. I just want to smell nice. I want the house to smell good. I will do laundry and kind of, get into the aromas of that. It's just a really great way to get your senses going, and it definitely regulates the nervous system more than you think. And just doing little things, even like reading a romance novel or watching something that makes you feel something. Like, I know for me, watching Bridgerton will get my heart fluttering. Like, I get so excited whenever I watch Bridgerton because it's such a beautiful show, and it just makes me like so romantic and happy and have all like this positive energy and chemistry. So I like to surround myself with good things and positivity during this time, because I know I'm going through it and I need to really just reset myself and put good vibes into the universe. Okay, number 4 is rest. This is huge, guys. Like I said earlier, your sleep schedule could be really affected right now, whether you're working overnight, you're a mom, you're a wife, you have a lot going on, you're a 9-to-5 girly. I don't care what it is. There is something that is affecting your sleep schedule, because more than likely the reason why you're overwhelmed, the reason you've experienced burnout, and the reason why you feel not so great is probably due to lack of sleep as well. That could be a contributing factor there. So I don't only want you to get physical rest, but I want you to get mental and emotional rest as well. There are ways to rest your brain, to rest your body, to rest your soul. And that is what I embraced during this time. I allowed myself to go to bed early. I was waking up at a time that made me feel good. I was even taking naps throughout the day if I felt a little bit exhausted. I found that I would push things to the next day if I knew I couldn't do it well that day. I was finding ways to emotionally, mentally, and physically rest. And it's super important that you do this, because the more that you rest, the better you'll feel and the quicker you'll feel better. So this is something I want you guys to implement in this soul cleanse, and to not be afraid of sleeping or resting your body. We all need to do it. Think about it. They say that the best way to build your dream body is not just going to the gym and eating right, but it's resting your body. If you're working out every single day and going hard and going hard and going hard, you actually aren't going to see the results that you want, because the body requires rest to truly see results. And there's a whole science to what your body does when you're sleeping as well. Like, your liver does some sort of thing when you're sleeping, and you release toxins, and it does certain things to your body that allows you to feel good or bad. And this is something that I want you guys to take in mind when you are doing your soul cleanse. Number 5 is to eat nourishing foods. Now, this is the time where you maybe want to junk food it out and eat a bunch of crap, which, hey, if you want to do that one night, go for it. But I would suggest that if you're really overwhelmed and you're experiencing a lot of anxiety and weird feelings and you need a true soul cleanse, things that nourish the body, make you feel good, make you happier, are things that are healthy. So I was making a lot of snack plates with vegetables and fruit. I was eating a lot of soup. You guys know I love my soup. A lot of fruit, smoothies, things that make me feel refreshed, nourished, and healthy. This is going to boost your mood, make you feel a little bit more energized, and bring life back into you. If you are eating a lot of junk, it is naturally going to depress you more. Definitely keep that in mind. And there are ways that we can have little treats that are not unhealthy. You can even go home and make yourself chocolate covered strawberries from scratch. And that's an even healthier option than going to Taco Bell that night. You can find ways, and balance balance it all. Maybe junk one night and really nourishing the next night. But I definitely like to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I'm gonna eat really good. 20% of the time I'll eat a little junk. And that has really helped me. But during this soul cleanse, I'll even go as far as to doing 90-10 because I do not want junk affecting my mood, my body, my gut. Because let's be honest, your gut is affected when you eat junk, and your gut and your mind are very connected, and it affects everything around you. And I am very sensitive and uncomfortable during this time. I need to make sure that I am nourishing my body the proper way. Number 6 is to get energy flowing back into you properly. When you are going through a complete reset and you are detoxing your body and you're trying to figure out how the hell are you going to function like a normal person again, it is important that you start focusing more on energy. Disconnect, recharge, and detox. These are the things that I want you guys to follow. So disconnect from whatever's causing you an energy weird shift. Then you're going to recharge by implementing certain routines into your system. Have a healthy routine, exercise, eating nourishing foods, painting, reading, watching some healthy TV shows or series on the television, making sure that you have a bedtime, doing self-care, taking your everything shower, whatever it is that you need to recharge, do that. Going outside is huge, and getting sunlight is also really big. Detox your body from things as well. Your body also naturally detoxes when you do these things. Drinking water, cutting out alcohol, making sure that you're going outside and taking walks. Your body will just detox naturally. So these are the things that I want you to follow when you're bringing back the energy into your life. And then you're gonna see your energy shift. Making sure that you do some audits too. Like I know for me that a lot of the times I need to do some sort of spring cleaning, and I need to go through my house and say, okay, let's put the winter clothes into the closet and the summer clothes can come back into the other closet. And I will find ways to just move things around, getting rid of old shit, making sure that I have everything that I need, doing some sort of purge. I like to do that when I am going through a reset and going through a soul cleanse, because I know that there is a reason for my overwhelmedness, and it's not just the things that you see every day. It's sometimes the things that are in the back of the head, like a mess in a corner that you've ignored for a while, or your bathroom needing to be completely scrubbed down. Like there are things that we can do with our time that will make our energy a lot better, and it's not just the things that we know for a fact are causing us issues. And number 7 is to slowly, and I mean slowly, integrate things back into your life. Now that you've done all these things, you've done the detoxing, you've done the reset, you've done the cleanse, you've changed around a couple things here and there, you can slowly integrate things back into your life. You can slowly bring the phone back. I would definitely limit yourself and create a healthy habit and a boundary of saying, okay, I'm gonna only do the phone for like 2 hours a day or whatever it is, but slowly bring it back, because you don't wanna be someone who has to do this all or nothing mindset forever. For me, I slowly brought it back by allowing myself to talk on the phone again. I was feeling so overwhelmed and anxious and burnt out that I was having like very low social battery. I could not speak to my friends. I couldn't speak to my mom. Like I was just so overwhelmed. When I slowly started feeling my energy shifting in a better place is when I started contacting people again, letting them know I'm good, and just making sure that I am slowly going back to the life I had before, because it's important. Here I am right now filming for you guys. That was something that I took out of my life because I knew that I would not be able to show up for you guys the way I wanted to if I did it too soon, or if I overwhelmed myself with too much on my plate. So that is what I've been doing, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This has really helped me and changed me. I always remind myself to be gentle and kind and give myself grace, because we are human. This is a very human thing to feel, and to be overwhelmed as an adult is truly important to understand and to be okay with. We are allowed to have moments of not so greatness, and we can't be perfect every day. We can't be powerful every day, and to know what to do with that time rather than freaking out is what I'm learning. So I'm learning that instead of being in a depressive episode, which not always can we choose, but I sometimes would, I have found ways to nourish myself and nurture myself during that time. I hope that this video did you guys well. Let me know if you guys are going to be taking a soul cleanse, or you're currently on one at the moment and you needed a little boost of encouragement to know that everything's gonna be okay. I know for me, I feel so much better. I feel just ready to conquer, and I'm so happy to be back. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for having so much grace and kindness and allowing me to take a little time off. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone. Mwah.